Today is the start of a brand new challenge, living on £1 a day for a week. The normal rules that I give myself will apply, and those are as follows. Number 1, oil, salt and pepper, all allowed. Need to be able to cook something and give it a bit of flavour. I'm not just eating bland food. Number 2, if I find any vouchers for the day, or if I have any vouchers for anything, of course I can use them. And number 3, foraging and homegrown is allowed. Here we go again. You'd think I'd be bored of this by now. And you'd be right. I'm normally a guy who has variety in my breakfast. I never have the same thing like 2 days in a row. Unfortunately, that's not the case for me this week. And here we are on day 3 with jam on toast. I'm quite bored of it by now, but here we are. I've got some good ideas for the rest of the day though. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit, so at least this is just the boring part. So I finished my jam on toast with Riley watching and just settled into my normal morning routine of playing rubbishy mobile games. It's just what I do. Before pretty much getting ready for the day ahead. I mean, what more do you want me to show of me eating jam on toast? You've seen it 3 times already. Well, I did say it was going to be a bready day. Well, so I will say, the more I have this cheese, the more I dislike it. Like really, it's not very nice. But it feeds the belly, so what can you do? Don't particularly want the bread toasted, and just defrosted. Don't know if I've said yet, but have you guessed what I'm having? It is a chicken sandwich, because I'm not doing chicken for dinner today, which is very, a bit of a risky move, but we do have something else that we do need to try, and I am both excited, apprehensive, terrified. Any words you can think of, that is what I am for dinner. So I do really wish that I had something like mayo or something like lettuce that we could put on this. But I guessed an entire cut up chicken leg and a little bit of cheese. That's better than nothing, right? Honestly, it's not nice cheese. It's a brand new one from Violife. I normally like Violife's cheeses, but this one's not good. Let's cut it in half. And take a look at this cross-section. Nice! Honestly, it does look like a decent sandwich. For something that is literally just chicken and cheese. It's pretty yummy, and I think the most important thing is its variety for me. As I say, I'm constantly going to try and make something different, something new as we go along through this challenge. And for day 4, the halfway point, we have already made a lot of different things. Other than, you know, having the same soup yesterday that I had for lunch the day before. But generally, I think we're doing well. So here's my issue with this Violife cheese. It's their new Cheddarton one, which is why I think I got it for free. It's trying too hard to be cheddar, to the point where it tastes a little bit sandy, which is really odd. It's okay when it's melted, but not melted, not hugely sure on it. Yeah, this is crying out for a little bit of lettuce. I'm trying the hot dogs tonight, which is why I say it's going to be very bready. I don't know what I'm going to have with them. I'm worried that the beans are going to go off if I don't have enough of them soon. So considering that wasn't yesterday but the day before, probably going to have the rest of the beans. And I'm thinking if I can I've got an idea for the potato. Watch this space, because it could go horrendously wrong, and I imagine it is going to go horrendously wrong, but I have a fun idea to make a makeshift bun. That really hit the spot. In fact, that might actually have been my favourite lunch yet. I am still feeling a little bit peckish. And now you remember, a couple of days ago, when I mentioned there's some blackberries nearby that I know about, which I'm hoping I can still harvest from. I need to go and check those blackberries I mentioned earlier. I might do that tomorrow morning, see if I can get a few. That would be quite good. Have a little munch, have a little blackberry party, you know? Yeah, that. Let's go see, let's go try, let's go get some blackberries. Let's go foraging. I feel like I've missed the main harvest. These are all absolutely tiny. This is not how I expected this to go. Genuinely thought there would be lots of blackberries, and there are. There's loads of blackberries around. They are literally just all tiny, or they've fallen off. That's the closest we've got so far, and they're not great. Well, I knew there'd be some kind of failures throughout this challenge, and it looks like I'm just gonna have to go snackless. I guess it's another quarter of Greg's muffin when I get home. Carolina just reminded me that blackberries are called summer fruits. That's why you get them in like summer fruit squash and cordial and stuff like that, so that's my fault. It's the middle of October, nearly November, and I thought there'd still be plenty around. Oops! She loves this little forest walk. This is a lead walk though. Too residential near us. I'm assuming that these mushrooms would kill me. And I don't particularly want to die. So I got home and had another quarter of my caramel muffin, and honestly, this is just so good, and finger looking good. It's finger looking good. Are we playing here? Or are we telling off? Well, it's been a bit of an interesting day, hasn't it? Like, it was a resounding failure for me to try and get those blackberries earlier. I don't quite know what I was thinking. They are summer fruits, as I said, and like, they were obviously just all shriveled up and gross and mangled, so, you know, not much I could really do there. That was the toaster going off because I am using one slice of bread to go with my dinner tonight. What I'm actually planning on doing is something a little bit different, I think. Obviously we're not using the chicken because we had the chicken at lunch, but I'm gonna try something out here and I don't know how it's gonna go. There you go, nice and simple, easy. We've got a load of breadcrumbs which we can use in whatever we want now. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I've got my potato here. I've got my potato, I've got some water on the boil, and I've got my potato. And I'm gonna peel the potato, I'm gonna make a little bit of mash, and then I do not know how this is gonna go, but I'm figuring I'm gonna combine my breadcrumbs with my mashed potato, right? And then almost kind of form a bun shape, like a hot dog bun shape. I figure doing that would be a little bit more interesting and a little bit more filling than just making chips again. Again, I really want to start thinking a little bit outside of the box with this. I want to use my last few days and my last few meals to make things that you wouldn't necessarily think about making. Try and be inventive that, you know, you can use at a later date yourself, that you guys can improve upon and make something super nice, you know? We're gonna have some hot dogs. They look pretty small, right? They're gonna be pretty small. So I don't know, maybe 3. I've got how many days left after this? 3 days after this. Yeah, I reckon we can have 3 hot dogs. And again, I've got the world's worst tin opener, which is literally about 10 years old at this point. I think I got it when I went to uni, and I've never considered or thought to buying another one. Oh, it does not smell appetizing at all. I will do a lot of things in this world, but I'm not boiling a hot dog. No, that can go in the air fryer for like, I don't know, 8 minutes or something like that. And that is the only way I am cooking them. These are our hot dogs. This right here, honestly, smells weird. Ever seen a bunch of wieners in a Tupperware before? That feels like a very measly amount of mashed potato. Actually looks quite smooth, so we did good there. We did good there. And then all I'm gonna do, or attempt to do, is gonna get my breadcrumbs here. And we're just gonna, it means we can toast this up a bit. I'm half wondering if I try it in the air fryer. There you go. It's a similar consistency with the breadcrumbs to if you were to put flour in it. Kind of like you're making gnocchi. One potential potato bun. One potato bun for a hot dog. Dude, this is awesome. I'm so happy. It does cut kind of like bread. And here we go to end the day, and I mean, it looks really good. The hot dogs, I know, don't taste amazing, but you can pick it up like a hot dog bun. But I'm not going to. because it's really hot. The fact that it looks like a hot dog, I know the dogs aren't that tasty themselves, so I am going to, because I don't have tomato sauce, just put all of these beans in here like this. Beautiful. This is my hot dog. Drippy, drippy. Can't taste bad, right? It just can't taste bad. It is crispy mashed potato, bit of meat and some beans. That masks the taste of those hot dogs, which are not good, by the way. They are really not very good hot dogs. Is this a full dinner? Technically, yes, but I feel like I'm going to be a bit hungry later. I will resist all temptation to have the rest of my my muffin. But you know what? Another really successful day. I think lunch filled me up enough, that being that nice chicken sandwich, that this is gonna work. This is gonna be good for me. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try and get a little bit inventive again. I have an idea for dinner. Breakfast, I'm not sure. Might go banana fritters, but it depends on the banana. Might also just be jam on toast again. I genuinely thought I would be starving throughout this challenge. I'm really not. While I wouldn't suggest to anyone to try this at home, to do this, try and live as frugally as this, we are getting some interesting meals, some decent meals out of it. It's more for myself than anything. Could have just had bread and a hot dog. Could have just had potato, beans and a hot dog. But doing it like this, it's a little bit more fun, you know? And actually, these potato buns, complete whim, but they've worked really well. So guys, we're now halfway through this series. We have 3 more days left. I am terrified for Saturday and Sunday because I do know how much food I've got left, and it's not a lot. I'll show you in the morning. If you do want to continue watching, do remember, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You'll get notified when the next video comes out. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for some more jam on toast.